Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review on the brand new Anastasia Riviera palette, and it is this one right here. I'm sure you guys have seen this all over social media lately. It's a really pretty packaging for it. I like the packaging. It's like a canvas feel and it looks very nautical. So just like the name suggests, it's kind of like a summery palette, so Riviera. And this is the shades inside here. So as you can see, there are very kind of bright shades in here. We get a mixture of shimmers, mattes and some pressed pigments in here. So I've got a lot to say about this palette, which you'll see as I go on through the video. But right now I just want to insert some arm swatches of the shades. So that's the arm swatches there, and you actually get a little brush with this palette as well, which is this one here. It has like a little blending side and a more kind of shader brush on the other side there. This is the eye look that I'm going to be doing today with the palette, and you can see how the shadows perform in the tutorial, and at the end I give you my thoughts on the palette. So yeah, if you want to see how these shadows perform and my thoughts and review on this palette, then let's just go ahead and we'll get started. Okay guys, so I've got one eye partly done, and the reason why I've done this is because I wanted to try the palette out first before I did the little kind of tutorial and review on it, because a few of the shadows in it are pressed pigments, which are a little bit different from, you know, other like matte eyeshadows in general. They're like a lot different and they're really hard to kind of work with. So that's why I wanted to try out the eye first before I went on with this little tutorial. So yeah, this is what the eye will partly look like when it's finished, and I'm going to add bits to it. So I just wanted to try them out first before I came on camera, because it's my first time I've ever worked with pressed pigments. Well, I think it is anyway. I don't remember ever working with pressed pigments before. And yeah, these were a little bit difficult to work with, but I'll try and guide you through as easily and as helpful as possible. Now what I found best to do with the pressed pigments is to actually start with nothing on your eye. Like sometimes I will go in and apply a primer. This is a primer that I've been using lately, and I tried this earlier on with the palette and the pressed pigments just did not take to it well. You know, they were very, very patchy. So I've took that off and I've actually got nothing on my eyelid. So yeah, this is the way that I find them to work best, you know, especially with my eyes. Everybody could be different. Like you might need to use a primer, but for me it doesn't really work well for me. So I'm going to go on with a little tutorial now, and I'm going to start off with the shade Cans, which is this one right here, and this is one of the pressed pigments. So like I said, I've got nothing on my eye, and I'm just going to go in with my Morphe R39 brush. So I'm just going to pack this shade on the outer corner, just right here and slightly up into my crease. So it will be quite messy, because when I've done this eye here it was very, very messy, because what I'm actually doing with the shades is just pressing them onto the eye. Like I'm not like blending them, you know, like doing any windshield wiper motions or anything like that. I'm just sort of like pressing this shade in particular right onto the outer corner. So as you can see, it's starting to get really messy right there. Okay, so I'm now going to pick up the shade Bahamas, and with my Morphe M433 brush I'm just going to start blending this ever so lightly into like the crease. I'm actually not going to like do like blending motions like that. I'm just going to sort of like pack it and swipe slightly. So with eyeshadows with this type of finish, I find them really difficult to work with. So what I have to do is just keep going back, you know, and packing on some more shade, you know, when I'm blending, and then packing on some more shade, because obviously it does disappear quite a bit. As you can see, you know, it's not like super opaque shades. Like it is super opaque if you use a eyeshadow primer underneath, but like it starts to go really, really patchy, if you know what I mean. So yeah, like I just don't know how to really get these to work you know, amazingly yet, but I'm just showing you right now the way that I have applied them to kind of get this finish right here. And then going back in with some more of the shade Cans, I'm just going to pack that lightly on top again, just to build up some more of the purple shade. And then just going in with a little bit more of the Bahama shade, just going to make sure that this pink blends well with the purple. Okay, so this is what we've got so far, and it's not the best application because, like I said, it is my first time working with pressed pigments. It's super hard. I'm now going to go in with the shade Mediterranean, and this is a shimmer shade, and I'm going to actually apply this first with my finger, just right here and up. So going in with my Morphe and Jaclyn Hill GH41 brush. This is like a little flat, I don't know what you call this. Is it a flat shader brush or a flat eyeshadow brush? I don't know, something like that. And I'm just going to pack on some more of this shimmery shade, sort of like take it a little bit across that purple shade there to hide a lot of the patchiness. So now taking my Sigma Pencil E30, I'm just going to move this into the inner corner there and slightly higher up here as well to join on with that pink, so it makes it more rounded looking. So with the pencil brush, I'm just sort of like tapping that shade on, like I'm not swiping it or anything, I'm just sort of like tapping it on, because like the bristles in this is quite dense, you know, it just packs the shade on better. Okay, so to fix the patchiness that I have here, I'm just going to go in with my finger and just press like ever so lightly with the shade Bahamas here to connect with the purple. Like, these pressed pigment shades are just horrendous to work with, like they are so bad, like I don't know how to work with these at all. Okay, so this is how the eye is looking, and of course this one is a lot more messier than this one. Like, yeah, this eye just wasn't cooperating at all with those pressed pigments. It was going patchy, and I do not know why it was going patchy, because my eye was like dry, I don't know. But anyway, we have this sort of finish here, and like look at the state of my hands, like they are, well, my fingertips, they are actually stained. I've been using micellar water to remove it, wipes, everything, and nothing is budging it, but yeah. Anyway guys, I'm going to do my liner, and I'm also going to do my face makeup. I'm actually dreading doing my liner because I hope to God it doesn't move any of these matte pigmenty shades here. Like, yeah, I'm dreading doing it, but anyway, I'm going to attempt it. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'm going to come back. I'll do the rest of my makeup as well, and I'll come back and I'll finish off the eyes, because I actually want to do something on the lower lash line and also something with the inner corner here as well. Okay guys, so I applied my liner and my face makeup, and the liners actually cover quite a bit of the patchiness there, which is actually quite good. But yeah, so now I'm going to finish up on my lower lash line, and we're already a little bit purpley under there anyway, so I'm going to just add some more there. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Cans, and I'm going to run that along my lower lash line. I'm literally going to take a teeny amount of this, because I really don't want it to go messy. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of the Bahamas shade. I'm just picking that up on the same pencil brush. This is BH Cosmetics 105 brush. Okay, so as you can maybe see, we have a good bit of darkness right here in the inner corner here, and I want to actually brighten it up slightly. So I'm going to take the matte white shade in the palette, which is this shade right here. I'm going to pick this up on a little flat concealer brush, and I'm just going to pack that onto the area that's quite dark, just right here. Okay, so that's brightened that space up in there quite well. So now what I'm going to do is go on top with a little bit of a shimmer. So there isn't a shade bright enough in this palette here for the inner corner, you know, like a bright shimmer shade. So I'm going to go into the Morphe 35G palette and pick up this shade right here at the very top corner, this one right here. Okay, so I don't know which shade to put in my waterline. I don't really want to go with black because it will close off my eyes too much. I don't know whether to go with a nude one or a white one. So I think what I might do is try white in one and nude in another and see which one I like best. Do you know what? I think I might just go with the white. I can go in and touch up again in a minute if I need to after I apply my mascara. So for mascara I'm going to use the Mascara Revolution. Okay guys, so this is a completed eye look, but before I round up this video I want to quickly spray this here, which is the new Anastasia Dewy Set Setting Spray. So I'm really excited about this. Like, this looks amazing and I just love setting sprays in general, so I'm really excited about this one. Like, look at the packaging for this, like, so pretty. Now it has like this sparkly look on it here, which is super pretty, but that's actually just the bottle. Like, the actual products inside, like the water, isn't like shimmery at all, it's just the bottle. I love the packaging for this, very similar to the MAC one with this kind of lock here, which is great. So yeah, I'm just going to spray this all over my face just now. This is like so refreshing, guys, like, it really is. It smells like coconut, it smells like a beach, it just smells like summer. So yeah, really liking this. I feel really hydrated actually, and I quite like the mist. I've got this little water mark here just now, hopefully it dries in. Yeah, I like the mist in this because it actually sprays like right over the face, like, you know, you get a good spray from it. Like, it's not like I do like a direct spurt, you know, kind of just mists right over the face, which is good. Guys, so let me sum up on the palette. Now I have a lot to say about this. The first thing is that I don't really love the pressed pigments. So I've tried two. I believe there's 3 pressed pigments in this palette. I'm not sure what the other one is. I think it might be the Palm one actually, but like the Cannes one and the Bahamas one, they are like so hard to work with. Like, nothing applies them. Like, I tried a few different brushes. I tried it as well off camera before I filmed this. You know, I tried using a few different brushes. I tried using my finger. You know, like, nothing applies them amazingly. Like, I really need to research how to use pressed pigments, because right now I do not know, and I really need to know, because like the shades in this palette like are amazing. Like, when you look at them, it's a great colour selection here. It's just those pressed pigments, I need to figure out how to apply those. Like I said, I do like the colour selection in this palette. You know, it's a very summery palette. I don't think it's ideal for taking like away with you on holiday or anything like that, because like the shade colours would be amazing for holiday, but with the pressed pigments it's going to be really messy, and it's going to take a long time to do your makeup, and you don't want to waste much time on holiday doing your eye makeup. Like, no. So as you know, I've only tried like 4 shades from this palette. 2 of the pressed pigments, which was the Bahamas, the Cannes, the Sales, which is like a matte white shade. That was really nice actually for brightening it in the corner. I actually used that on my brow bone as well. I'm not sure if I showed that in the like in the video. I need to look back on my clips. I used that for brow bone, and I also used this shade right here, which is Mid Shining. That's the one I've got right over there, and that's a shimmery shade. So that applies really nicely. Like, that was great. Loved that shade, and I really like the Sales shade as well. Just these 2 shades here are just no. I don't like them. But anyway, the eye look that I did with the shades has actually turned out not too bad. Took me a hell of a lot of time though, and I had to keep going back and forth with the shadow. So for the price of this palette, like, I wish those 3 pressed pigment shades in there were gone. Like, I just wish they weren't in it at all, because not many people know how to use pressed pigments. Like me in particular, I don't know how to use them really. Like, I just can't apply them at all. I'll need to research about it, but for the price of the palette, you know, it's, you know, for having those shades, 3 shades in there that you can hardly use right, it's a bit of a disappointment, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I just wish those 2 shades, Cannes and Bahamas, that I use were just standard matte finishes rather than like whatever the hell they are supposed to be. Like, yeah, so I'll try and get another look up using this palette quite soon. So like, overall, I think this palette is okay. Do I think it's good for like beginners in makeup? Absolutely not, because those shades Bahamas and Cans, and I believe it's this one, are pressed pigments, which are really hard to work with if you're not like a professional in makeup, and I think that might be quite hard for you. Like, I consider myself quite good at makeup and I cannot use those shades, so like what does that say? Overall this palette is okay. Like, so far I'm going to do some more looks using it to see, you know, what else I can come up with from it and get an overall kind of like opinion on it. But that's my thoughts on it so far. But this I actually really like. You know, like when I spray it on my face, it feels great. It feels really hydrating and really refreshing on the skin. I love the smell of coconut in it there. I love the packaging for it as well. I would say to give this a go. Like, obviously it's not as expensive as the eyeshadow palette, but yeah, if you're into setting sprays and you like more of a dewy finish, then give this a go. Like, I love dewy setting sprays because I'm not very oily anyway. You know, I'm not too dry either. I'm sort of like in between. So this is like perfect for my skin type. Yeah, so really liking this. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. I really hope you liked and enjoyed it. If you did, then give the video the big thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button just down below if you're brand new to my channel, and I will speak to you very soon in my next video. Bye!